Hi, my name is Massamoon, and I want to do a live commentary for Rossi-11. Specifically today, I want to show you a speed run of the legendary campaign I decided to farm in order to get some infusion cores for the Trinity Ghoul. Coming up soon, as you can see from the gameplay in the background, I will have some videos up for Calamity Ops and also the Expanse. As we transition into the campaign gameplay, I learned about the passive energy you get above your health and overshield bar, and those passive energy actually convert into overshield. This is where we get to see a lot of synergy in this kit, where when you're really low on health or you know you're about to get into a difficult situation, you'll want to hit enemies with your threads, and after you hit them, you'll end up gaining a stack depending on what you've invested in. You'll get a stack of passive energy. That passive energy will start converting into overshield as you get hurt, as you've seen from some of the gameplay here. So we'll be back to talk about the Expanse in another video. I'm still working on that video. I know some people might be curious. The main thing about this game and Destiny Rising is that you're constantly trying to figure out which characters to invest in, and yeah, it might be really helpful. Last thing you can see here is that I changed up the final artifact, so now I'm gaining a damage bonus equal to my overshield, which is great for my playstyle since I'm always trying to have overshield as much as possible. I still stand by the other artifacts, especially because I could potentially double dip into a tall. But yeah, I noticed that I have a bit of a boost in terms of my gameplay style by adding that change. Now let's get into the live commentary. So here we are, and I think everyone's in a different situation with this. A lot of people have already spent all of their materials on other characters, so yeah. I'm gonna just talk in between. So here, this is probably one of my slower runs, but I usually try to take this guy out with literally 2 hits, usually. Usually able to do that, but not that time. My runs are typically around 3 minutes and 45 to 50 seconds. And yeah, see, I missed my opportunity here too. Usually with a initial lightning hit with the Trinity Ghoul, and then a precision hit, I'm usually able to take him out in 2 hits. Then this guy too, like I accidentally put my gate on the arc gate on the enemy's pull up behind, but as you can see, I'm still speeding through. So let's see here. Another thing too, usually I have enough in my Trinity Ghoul. You want to hit the ground next to the enemies. I feel like it does a lot more to basic combatants, but usually I take out those 3 enemies. It's not like it's important. You can skip them. That's also how you cut your time down. Here's another thing. I'll use my arc gate there as I'm jumping through. Get them all, you know. Remember, as you're upgrading your abilities for Rossi-11, you end up getting the ability to get this sort of explosion when you shoot a thread, like your other ability, into a arc gate. So just right here, I use arc gate, then I can hold, or I can just press it immediately to shoot my thread, and it does an explosive, basically an explosion. I was not having my fastest run here, but anyway, Trinity Ghoul is great for these smaller ads for sure, and it's actually pretty powerful against these majors. Really great against minors, you know, trash mobs. I'll talk more about that in Calamity Ops, because you know, you start to see like where things get a lot more challenging in Calamity Ops and Grandmasters. But definitely you can, you know, even though I'm farming right here, I'm really just farming so I can get materials for my exotic. It's nice to practice using my skills. So Speaking of which, we can kind of take a look down at the bottom. There's a lot happening on the health bar. So on the health bar, if you don't already know, and maybe you're new to Rossi-11, or maybe you've been playing and you just kind of haven't noticed, there's those 9 bars down there, and they are there's what Rossi calls passive energy. And the passive energy, as you can see, it just went up and filled up. Those, like I mentioned earlier, are what you're using to basically ensure that you stay alive, because they'll stay there for a bit, and as you get hurt, you'll pull every few milliseconds from that passive energy to convert over into your overshield. That's what's happening. And so right here, I'm going to do a normal ability, I think. No, I don't even get a chance. I'm just melting this guy. Yeah, so I get some there. Also, don't ignore the 3 traits that are on Rossi-11, because, and that was a really quick run. This is a quick video. Don't ignore the 3 traits. The first one lets you over penetrate with the threads, and that's going to hit more enemies. And then the second one is going to, Editor Moss here, I actually put it on the screen, and basically as your super gets hit, you're gaining that passive energy, which is awesome. But I do know the third one is really great. It's great for survivability. If you are half health, it will actually give you 50% of your overshield, which is crazy. And you'll probably see it in my Calamity Ops video. You might even see it at the beginning of this video if you go back and look. But yeah. So also you'll notice here, just really quick, I've gotten up to 4 copies, or 4 of the tiers. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful and informative. Let me know, what do you guys think? What other characters are you guys going to be interested in? Are you building like Ningfei? Are you building for leaderboard? Or are you building for long-term like raids like I am, and Calamity Ops? Anyway, take it easy.